Hey, it's dark. It's time here in the semifinals of the EPT Korea 117. Now, Dark has looked a little bit shaky in this matchup. We saw him all in or lose against Cure last week. So I'm curious, folks, down below, let me know, is Dark weak in ZVT, or is it just versus Cure and there's that team kill aspect? But folks, again, also, before we get into this, I would like to remind you, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I upload one video in 4K, one cast every single day of the week, assuming that YouTube is nice to me. Otherwise, there's some delay there. But also, I stream on Twitch every Monday, EPT North America, every Saturday, EPT Korea, and a whole lot of other events around there. It's been Tuesdays and Thursdays for any apprentice, but that is done, so something's going to fill that slot eventually. And in 3 weeks, it's King of Battles 3. It's going to be an awesome time. But folks, now, hey, enjoy the series. Spawning in the bottom left here in the red, he is for Kaizi Gaming. Time. And his opponent for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the Evil Zerg, Dark. So, of course, folks, this is a TVZ. What does this mean? It's going to be pretty fantastic, but it's going to be fantastic in, like, 5 minutes. We don't see a lot happen in the early game. That being said, though, I don't know, those of you that caught Dark versus Cure from the EPT Cup Finals last week, or on Saturday, actually, EPT 117 Finals, Dark seemed rather lost in this matchup, at least against Cure. Ooh, well, I'm not going to spoil Group E because that was close enough to happening, but that just happened earlier this morning. Dark only felt like he won the games, where he proxy roached once. It worked. He proxy roached, or not proxy, 19 roached once. It worked. Did it again. It didn't work, and then he lost the macro game really hard. And then he ran into problems again. So, at least against Cure on even ping, Dark seemed like he's kind of struggling in the matchup at the moment, or at least struggling against his teammate. Time, I would put a maybe. I don't know. Cure's been struggling as of late. Maybe we put him on the same level. But of course, Time is not someone the Dark practices against nearly as much, especially now that Time is kind of stuck in the US. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, of course, we talk about Time being stuck in the US. It's very annoying for him. He's very sad. But what that also means is the fact that... Is that 8 lings? No, it's only 6. Okay, I was like, 8 lings. That is a overcommitment there from Dark. Look at this. Ooh, quick third command center here. The Reaper will not be able to find the creep tumor, as Dark is playing rather defensively with that one. But... 3CC play coming out of Time here. He's going to be greedy. And if he has the read that I do, that Dark seems a little bit uncomfortable in macro games against Terran at the moment, well, that's a damn fine way to play this game, especially as this is on Hardwire, and it takes a while to run across the map. And especially, it's also kind of a Terran favored map. We see a lot of Roach play on this map. We see a lot of kind of Roach timings, 1-1 timings into the Terran third. At least we did when the map started. I haven't seen nearly as much of that recently. But for now, Time, of course, is third base just about done. Starport done here. We're gonna have to see. It's just gonna be a Viking. Yeah, you don't have a lot of gas when you go for this build, so you do kind of need to cut some corners. It's not gonna be Hellion Banshee. Hello there, Mr. Vibe Monitor. Do we pass the vibe check? Please let me know, Vibe Monitor. Have I passed the proper vibe check? I'm anxious to find out. But for now, again, Time just playing at the edge of creep, trying to curtail creep as much as he can. It's only 2 Hellions and a Reaper right now, so... Oh, he's actually going to get a creep tumor. That's very nice. It's kind of unexpected. You expect Queens to be defending that a little bit more, but that creep tumor in particular does a couple things. It delays the connection of the natural and the third, and also means it's kind of harder for creep to push towards this potential fourth base location. Now, I think if the Zerg takes that, generally they'll take that as a fifth, and they'll take the more pocket base as a fourth, especially as maybe it's a little harder to get the creep there now, but even still, time is okay. Vibe Monitor Steadfast is casting the Max Pack series. Okay, but now the rest of the Hellions are running across the map. Liberator as well. There's no armory. I didn't miss that. So again, this is just Hellion Liberator pressure. Time saying, okay, I'm good enough now. My wall is up. I'm not really worried about a Zergling counterattack anymore. So that full Hellion force can show on up. Here's going to dive on creep just a little bit, but there are enough transfuses for now. Notice Dark has left too, so the really heavy Hellion pressure is not able to get too much done. Curious to see whether a scan gets dropped. Looks like it will not. At least not right now. But yeah, absolutely not. Dark's going to take this as his fourth base. I mean, just look at the creep delta. Oh, okay. Never mind. He's going to take the more aggressive one, despite the fact that he does not really have creep spread there. That's surprising. And there we go. We're going to see another creep tumor go on down. And folks, I know it may seem odd that I am focusing on creep spread so much this early on, but creep spread defines TVZ, especially in the early game, especially, well, actually just the entire game, as we look to see whether a Terran can push or not, because remember, the imperative is almost always going to be on the Terran to push. If you're Maru, you say, okay, I'm going to go late game, I don't really care. But for anyone else, letting a Zerg drone out of control, letting a Zerg just macro out of control, get to 90 drones with really no issues, is a recipe to lose a TVZ. There we go, another creep tumor does go down. I like what Dark's doing here a little bit. We talked about, well, creep spread or lack of creep spread. He's double expanding. He says, well, even if I lose one base, I don't think he will. We don't have really much of a timing here for time. His stim is done, sure, but his 1-1 combat shields are not. In fact, time runs out right now. He's going to run into a 2 upgrade disadvantage, which when we're talking about Ling Bane, that makes them much, much scarier. You get the surround, all that fun stuff happens, and it just makes life a little difficult for the Terran. Of course, downsides for what Dark is doing right now. His Baneling speed is only just now getting started, which actually is not all that late. It's only late in the context of how quick Dark's upgrades are. So a little bit of the army here is going to run forward on the map, but there's really... Okay, medevac support is here now. So we're just going to see, yeah, time to begin to dance on the edge of creep. Dark is being so damn greedy. He's kind of realized how greedy his opponent is. The Widowmine shot is going to be actually fairly decent, because I think Time got most of his Marines picked on up before he was before the friendly fire shot happened. He's going to find this base on the other side. He's going to at least knock down creep spread for the moment here. And again, Dark has kind of realized just how greedy Time is being. So he says, yeah, I'll take 5 bases. That sounds like fun. A couple Banelings go down. But Time will not be able to take advantage of, say, a slower not even a slower Baneling speed, but he will not be able to take advantage of this time when Baneling speed is not done. But it's fine, because we're going late game, folks. Right now. Immediately into late game. Time's got his 4th base on the way. He's trying to play like Maru. You missed the memo that the song says, when I'm Grandmaster, I'll play faster just like my name is Flash. Nothing really rhymes with Maru nearly as well as Flash, but 1-1 is now done. The army of Time is significant. It's up 20 army supply. He's going to try to push into this 5th base. But mines are, again, not going to find all that much here. We're going to have to see a decent split here from Time. And actually, here's the thing. There's not a lot of army actually coming in from the north side. It really is only just the south. Banelings come crashing on in, though. Time will lose this army, but it was not this incredible trade that Dark was looking for, I think. The supplies, they kind of stay where they were, or the differences stay where they were. All right, so Widowmine's on the map right now. Eventually, we will have drilling claws. Not there, not yet, but eventually. And Time is not going to want to take another fight for a little bit, because he's going to be down 2 upgrades. And again, 2-2 Ling Bane versus 1-1 is strong. So we're now entering the stage of the game where Terran says, I don't really want to go anywhere. I want to be on the edge of the map and nothing else here. And Dark says, well, okay, here's my timing. Your army's on the other side of the map. That is fine. Massive Zergling Baneling run by into this third base here. The rally is doing what it can, but again, double upgrade advantage is causing a lot of havoc. 12 SCVs go down. Time's not even pulling anything. The wall is down, Widowmine's burrow, but again, does not really matter. So Knight, yep, that's just it. GG Dark in one set move. He takes down Time game 1. Spawning in the bottom right here in the red. He's down 1 game in this series. On Berlingrad, it's time. His opponent in the upper left in the blue. He's up 1 here off a massive run by for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Dark. Where do we go here now that we're in game number 2? We talked about fairly cool 2-Rax build. I've seen, I think, Vindicta do it. That's who I'm thinking of. We've seen other people do it too. And the point is, so you go Hellion Banshee. That tells the Zerg that, okay, Marine production will be delayed just a little bit. Okay, that makes sense. But because it's a 2-base play instead of a 3-base play, you get a couple additional barracks. You still get your stim. You still get a decently timed stim. And you just hit with this 2-base all-in. That Zerg is more likely than not going to expect. But, well, that's only one idea. I don't know. We're going to have to see what time goes for. Or we're not going to know for just a little bit longer. Ooh. I'm hearing things about King of Battles assets getting ready soon enough, and that's exciting. Means I can start doing my production work on them. So this is interesting, actually. We've seen... Oh, never mind. It's 6-lings. I was going to say, we've seen a lot of Korean Zergs go into 6-ling setups now because, again, you just don't want to lose anything. This is very much an ebb and flow, actually. Sometimes we see Zerg players saying, well, actually, I kind of want a... I want 4-lings. I'm okay with losing 1 or 2 because it's worth it to have the extra drone. And then there are periods of time where Zergs say, actually, no, it's not worth it. I'm going to get these lings anyways. I'd rather lose nothing. So... at least in the Korean meta, we do appear to be in an era where that is the case. We're going to have to see where we go again. So for now, it's a 1-1-1. It's not a quick 3cc build. At times said I tried that. And actually, the Reaper, ooh. That one was that Reaper. He was all-inning for the Creep Tumor, but was not really all that successful. Well, look at that, folks. Roach Warren going down in the... natural. Oh, this may just be a quick Dark 2-0 here. So battle cruiser opening from time, Roach opening from Dark, and it's the 35 drone version, so it's not something that would happen already. And Roaches against battle cruisers, you might say, well, Bayo, battle cruisers shoot down, Roaches don't shoot up. What about that? And well, the answer is really that battle cruisers take so long to build, and I mean they're powerful units, and they attack quickly, but you only get one of them out at a time, and they take forever, and you often have them teleported on the other side of the map. That by the time the Roaches show up, you have battle cruisers on the way. There we go. The Banshee was canceled. That's the big deal. It's funny with these builds. It almost feels sometimes like it's worth it just to build the Banshee anyways, because I see enough games where the Terran says, I have a Banshee on the way. You're not going to catch me off guard, you dirty Zerg. And then he cancels the Banshee because it's battlecruiser timing. And then he sees the Roaches. And it's like, well, so, okay, so now the Roaches have been scouted on out here. Panic time here for time. SCV is already going to get pulled out of the mineral line. He's not going to cancel the battlecruiser for Banshees, which is something you sometimes see. And that means this natural is fully going to be broken. Are we going to see any bunkers on the high ground for now? It looks like that answer is going to be no. Hellions are just going to try to distract as much as they can. Oh, they get a Ravager. Ravagers, of course, actually do die to Hellions rather quickly, but at least they get it low, even if they don't kill it off. And a battlecruiser will be out soon. Here's the question, though. Does Time use battlecruisers for aggression, or does he use them defensively? Dark is rather non-committal in this engagement. It's only 3 Ravagers, a couple of Roaches, so not all that great. Biles are not, or they're going to hit the battlecruiser, but again, while battlecruisers are not great against this army, now that it's out, well, we didn't see Dark commit to it too much, so that should be fine. But Biles are really landing on the battlecruiser. A bit of a couple mistakes here for Time early on. Marauders are not going to kill Roaches this early. Marauders eventually good against them, sure, but not right now. Battlecruiser gets the last of the Ravagers, and this Roach actually is causing a lot of problems. How many kills is it? It's got 4 kills. So 6 SCVs have died at the end of the day. Time on 40 workers. His opponent on 69. Well, briefly 69 before he started to build some more stuff, but nice. And it's only single battlecruiser. It's not 3 BC play, so I especially with it being on half HP, I don't really see this getting that much. I would love to be wrong, but Dark very much seems like he's just taking the positive trade in this game. He kind of had a build order win, and I think maybe if he'd known that, he may have committed to that push a little bit harder, but even still. Oh, he's going to be able to deny this 4th base, though. The Queens cannot fight the battlecruiser off of creep. Although we're going to see Queens in 2 phases here, so transfuses may still be available, but now it looks like there isn't any more. The base goes down, it's going to be canceled, and, well, Time is going to commit to the... Oh, actually, there's no transfuse, so he's going to get a Queen too. Time, he commits to the drone. He kills a Queen as well, and this is something. Oh, he's going to get an Overlord as well. Seems like Dark is not quite responding, or is not quite adapted as much as we maybe would have expected to the fact that you cannot transfuse off of creep. But he gets the creep spreading forward, and eventually he will be able to transfuse out of this location. But it's a start. Delaying the 4th base for the Zerg is something. And he's got a double drop going south. It will be found out here by creep and by Overlord. So he gets an Overlord, but I gotta imagine Time wanted a little bit more. So it's not really going to get all that much done. The Time, is he going into a... Yeah, this is a 5X. This is 2 base all in behind this. This is pretty cool. So +1 is just about done. He has a battlecruiser that's going to be able to sit on top of things. And maybe there's room. Dark has a lot of supply, but it is with unupgraded Roach Ravager. And again, while Roaches are good against battlecruisers when we talk about these openings, when we talk about actually taking a fight, and less so. So Time, he does have a 3rd base on the way behind this, or he will soon. So at the very least, we have that. We have Time at least buying himself a little bit of opportunity to go into a macro game in the mid game, but he does have to get tremendous damage done with this. So the army's running out of the map. There are 2 tanks. Only 2 tanks. That's a bit scary. Combat shields is done in 3 seconds, and that's going to be where things happen. Looks like, okay, there are going to be 3 tanks here, but a lot of the rocks have been taken down. So now Dark going to look first around here before the tanks. They siege on up, and now here they do. Files are actually not going to kill these tanks for a while here. Time looking to move on in. Does he have enough of the battlecruiser in the sky with the bio on the ground with +1? He has an upgrade advantage here over Dark, but well, actually, the second set of rally here, that 1 tank has not gone down, but the Queens have transfuses, and the army of Time will get pushed on back. This is not going to work out here, I don't think. Queen's running back on a creep to make sure that they can transfuse once again. Another tank is free-firing. The battlecruiser getting very, very low. Tank goes down. I think in the fullness of time, what we're going to see here is a dead Terran player. Yes, Time is his 3rd base on the way, but now 1-1 is done. This timing that Dark wanted to hit anyways, where he has a lot of stuff and his opponent does not, well, it's kind of been exacerbated by what Time is doing, and even still, the rally is north. This command center is going to get canceled. But luckily, it's not going to get killed. But I mean, what exactly does Time do here? This army is just not good. He's building 9 Marines at a time. It's not 5 racks, sure, but his 3rd base was canceled. He has to get so much ridiculous damage done that I'm not even sure. He's got to get 2 bases. I think he truly does have to get 2 bases and take a good fight against the Zerg army. And that is a damn big ask. I guess the one saving grace, if really can be considered that, is the fact that Dark didn't get his Carapace for +2. He's just going for +2 attack, +2 Carapace on the way now. Battlecruiser jumping on to the north side here. You're gonna get a couple workers, but there are some queens, so shouldn't get too much done. Although actually, yeah, the drones are not getting pulled, so Dark will. Oh, he's gonna lose all. Oh, okay, okay, time. Okay, this is a big mistake from Dark, but he's gonna lose 12. He's gonna lose 12 workers. I'm not sure how much he really cares, because we do have this. We do have this, and the fight is going to take place even where the tanks are not. There's not a lot of them, but it's also just not where they're firing anyways. Dark doing a good job avoiding that one. As the Roaches, Ravagers, Lings, they're going to find their way into the natural here. Bio looking to move on backwards. Bio's going to land on the Liberators, and that's a couple dead Liberators. Dark continues to move in. Natural now, again, it's under threat. And time can just not approach this army. Battlecruiser got 25 kills this game, but now it's running into this problem where there are, well, Queens will kill this one on off. But now Dark's going to get on top of this army as well. There's just not enough for time. He tried. He did a damn fine attempt. But unfortunately, what matters in this world is not how hard you try, but how hard you succeed. Dark succeeds pretty damn hard. He moves on to the finals.